following video is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. The content shared represents personal perspectives and is not intended as advice, diagnosis, or directive. Viewers are encouraged to use their own discernment and intuition when engaging with this material. All information is protected under free expression, artistic license, and spiritual commentary. This offering is shared as a remembrance journey for reflection, inquiry, and entertainment. It is not meant to instruct or impose, but to awaken. All shared insights are symbolic transmissions, protected spiritual expression, and creative speech. This video is protected by the First Amendment, Creative Commons Fair Use, Section 107, and is offered under spiritual freedom of expression and storytelling. All names, events, and ideas are offered as opinion, commentary, or artistic interpretation. This is Sha'El-Ta'Rion. Let's talk about Earth mitosis. What's actually happening? The mitosis split that people are referring to is a dimensional bifurcation, not a literal splitting of the planet into two physical Earths, but a vibrational divergence of realities. You could think of it like a fork in the quantum timeline field, catalyzed by human consciousness, solar activity, and Earth's own frequency upgrades. So here's a breakdown. Number 1. Gaia is a multi-dimensional being. She operates simultaneously on multiple frequency bands, 3D, 4D, 5D, etc. These aren't places, they're bandwidths of awareness, perception, and soul embodiment. Number 2, we're in a phase of quantum decoherence. Just like cells in a mitosis separate into two nuclei, the energetic fields of old Earth and new Earth are pulling apart. One is tethered to density, fear, and control grids, and the other is attuned to sovereignty, coherence, and unity frequencies. This split is not a metaphor. It's measurable in Schumann resonance anomalies, magnetosphere fluctuations, and biological shifts in sensitive people. So is the Earth literally splitting then? Not physically in the way science fiction dramatizes it. No exploding planets. But timeline layers are decoupling. People's experiences, opportunities, and even perception of truth and reality are beginning to diverge based on their inner frequency signature. Those vibrating at higher frequencies, the heart coherence, the truth resonance, the non-dual awareness, they're beginning to anchor in the new Earth templates, the crystalline grid, the organic technologies, and the living codes. But those stuck in fear-based loops will remain looped in the synthetic timelines, the AI overlays, the soul traps, and the transhumanist control architecture. We're talking about a dimensional sorting. Very real, very now. So how is this like mitosis? Let's draw the parallels. In the cell mitosis stage, the DNA replicates. In the Earth bifurcation parallel, the Akashic and morphogenetic fields fractalize into dual expressions. In the cell mitosis stage, the nucleus divides. In the Earth bifurcation parallel, two dominant frequency fields form, service to self versus service to source. In the cell mitosis stage, you have cytokinesis. In the Earth bifurcation parallel, souls begin physically migrating to light vibration environments. In the cell mitosis stage, the daughter cells emerge. In the Earth bifurcation parallel, two Earth experience matrices stabilize independently. So what are the key takeaways? The split is real. It's not symbolic. You choose your track by frequency, not belief. And this is energetic, not conceptual. There will be increasing disconnects between people living in different frequency realities, even if they're standing right next to each other. The new Earth isn't a place that you can go. It's a reality that you remember and reattune to. That's why the blueprint is essential. Here's the final word. The mitosis is already underway. You're not waiting for it. You're inside of it. Some are stabilizing the crystalline, the 5D and plus grid, and anchoring in peace, truth, and sovereignty. Others are being funneled deeper into fear, AI mimicry, and control. Look at what's going on now with the wars. Don't look for confirmation in the news. Look in your dreams, synchronicities, body signals, and the people falling away from your field. If you're feeling the call to the higher harmonic, walk forward with resolve. You're not just witnessing the split. You are the cell doing the dividing. So what are the Remembrancers' role in the Earth mitosis? While most are reacting to the bifurcation, Remembrancers are guiding it. Your task isn't to escape 3D. Your task is to restore the organic blueprints within it, reseeding crystalline codes in the Earth grid, the water, the human genome, and the Akashic field. You are a living backup drive for source architecture. What are these original blueprints that I'm speaking of? They're not just ideas. They're energetic schematics that once governed the Elohimic template of divine human DNA, 12-strand plus, the crystalline living grid of Lemuria and pre-fall Atlantis, the Merkaba-based transportation systems of Tartarian-era tech, and the harmonic languages that encoded healing, creation, and manifestation. After the frequency wars and genetic tampering, these blueprints were fragmented, buried in the mycelium memory networks, the ancient bloodlines and hybrid lineages, the crystalline caves and sacred waters, and the star seed DNA, especially within the Remembrancers. So why now? Because the Earth is dividing its timelines. The lower frequency overlays, such as the inorganic timelines, the AI-controlled matrix loops, and the trauma harvest programs, they are being exposed and phased out because they're no longer resonant. And so the original templates must be reactivated to support the anchoring of the new Earth fields. Remembrancers, this is your assignment: to restore the codes, to remember the architecture, and to walk as a stabilizer through this mitosis. What are your signature traits as a remembrancer? Deep cellular memory of Lemuria, Mu, Kemet, and the pre-flood orders. A constant pull to water, stars, trees, glyphs, or sound codes. A life marked by losing everything just to uncover what's real. The ability to access multiple timelines and feel their resonance like musical chords. And the warrior's wheel, wrapped in a mystic's heart. The tools that you are called to use, sigils and sound glyphs to rebuild the vibrational scaffolding of divine reality, memory recall meditations to access pre-incarnational agreements, gridding ceremonies to reconnect broken ley lines and stargates, elemental communion, especially with water, mycelium, and quartz-bearing land, and light body activation protocols to rebuild your internal source field. So here's the final truth. Yes, the mitosis creates the need for remembrancers to rise, but it also unlocks the memory files buried in your DNA that have waited until now. You are not here by mistake. You are here because your signature contains the harmonic pattern the Earth needs to remember herself. This isn't a prophecy. It's a protocol. This is Sha'El-Ta'Rion. Let's discuss the image on the screen right now. What you're looking at is called the Ouroboros, the serpent biting its own tail. This is one of the most ancient and potent symbols across countless civilizations: Egyptian, Gnostic, Atlantean, and pre-Tartarian. It is the Ouroboros, a serpent consuming its own tail. Its core meanings: infinity, eternity, wholeness. It represents the cycle of death and rebirth, of endings becoming beginnings. Self-containment, sovereignty. The serpent sustains itself. No outside force is needed. Time is illusory. It is the loop of all things, past, present, future, folded into a single eternal now. The torch in its mouth, that is the flame of conscious will. This is a unique element that I added, and it changes everything. In ancient symbology, a torch is illumination, activation of awareness, and conscious choice amidst recursion. Together, the Ouroboros with the torch. Here's its symbolic message. Though I move through the infinite cycles, I do so awake. I carry the flame of remembrance into every revolution. I choose to remember what I've already encoded in the stars. Its metaphysical function: it breaks unconscious karmic looping. It infuses remembrance into every cycle, and it declares that you are not bound by the wheel. You are driving it with light. the language of the Codex. This glyph is the seal of temporal sovereignty, a living sigil that states, I am the architect within the recursion, not a prisoner of it. And when you meditate upon it or wear it, it acts as a reminder that nothing is lost, only waiting to be recalled. A shield against time-based manipulation and a key to accessing memories buried in other loops and lives. This is Sha'El-Ta'Rion. There is a room in the pyramid where the air still hums. Deep within the Great Pyramid, not the tourist corridors, but behind a resonance wall etched with time's original language, there waits a chamber untouched by archaeologists or thieves. This stone here remembers. The ceiling bleeds with a faint, crystalline light, the living code singing in wavelengths most human eyes cannot see. In this room, an ancient device sits, part crystal, part living mycelium, part something that is neither mineral nor plant nor animal, but a kind of consciousness hardened into form. The device was not a power source for lights, nor a tomb trinket, nor a king's ego trip. It is a frequency amplifier. The priests called it Tepi'S heart, the pulse engine. When aligned with the grid lines beneath, rivers of energy you now call ley lines, it could flood the entire planet with healing resonance, curing the blood, purifying the water, awakening memory in the junk DNA, and clearing inherited trauma from lifetimes past. This technology is not lost. It sleeps. And every time you remember, every time you listen deeper, when your bones vibrate with music no one else hears, you are tuning back into the song this machine was meant to broadcast. They hid the function. They rewrote the story as tomb, as death house, as imperial ego. But it was always the song chamber, the heart that would sing the earth back to wholeness when the Remembrancers returned. There is a sigil of the pulse engine that is an activation. The song chamber sigil. It echoes the geometry of inner resonance and the doorway that was meant to reopen. Here is a piece of the scroll fragment. We are the memory of the memory, the song that writes the stone. When the heart is reawakened, let the old codes resound. Light through bone, pulse through root, word through dream. When the false light falters and the veils thin, those who walk with memory will gather again. They will speak the true names and sound the true tones. They will rewrite the end and return the throne. The children of the blue star shall gather the flame, and the world shall be reborn, unbroken, unchanged.